Um, as we said before, you will need to arrive at the Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex on May 21st or the 22nd. And if you arrive on the 22nd, you must be here by noon on the 22nd to check in. You will come to parking lot 4 and then walk to the NASA tent that will be out in parking lot 4. You'll see it. It will have the NASA logo on the tent. So just come, and it'll be the only tent in the parking lot. So just come to the NASA tent. We'll get you checked in, give you your badges, and then you will be able to you get your communications and practice card that you'll need to go from the different stations and get your inspections. And all the teams will sign the code of conduct, and the team leader or representative will receive the loading pass to bring your Lunabot into the competition and unload it. And then after unloading your van or truck or whatever you're bringing the Lunabot in with, you'll return that out to parking lot 4, and then the 12-passenger van will take you back into the competition area. For teams that have shipped their Lunabot, you'll skip steps 4 through 6, and you'll just be delivered right into the competition area and go straight to the Luna pits. And we'll have volunteers here to guide you to where you need to go. So if you can get to the Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex, parking lot 4, then we'll take you from there. Okay.
Okay, the layout for this year, it's changed a little bit. We're in the same area in the visitor complex. We're in the Rocket Garden. The Luna Arena is in the same place. The Luna Pits are in the same place. The Luna Pit tent is quite bigger this year. We've got more teams, therefore we needed more Luna Pits to support the teams. And also we've moved the stage inside there. So now everybody can be inside the Luna Pits and see all the activity that's taking place on stage. And be in a nice air-conditioned environment. So we're excited about that. I'm sure you are too. So along with this, a couple other changes is we've moved the viewing tent, and we won't be having a jumbotron outside. We'll have some other video screens as necessary. And we're excited. We're going to have see-through walls in the Luna Arena. So for the very front side of the Luna Arena, everyone will be able to see what's going on in the Luna Arena.
We've got a couple questions, so let's take a break here and answer a couple of questions.
Okay.
Will we receive confirmation that you have gotten our presentation and papers? And that's from the Luna Cats at the University of New Hampshire. Yes, I will be sending out confirmations to all the teams that have submitted very shortly. During the dates of May 21st through the 23rd, are we allowed to test and modify our Lunabot? Yes, that will be the practice times and the practice time for your team, and you will be able to work on your Lunabot and modify it throughout the competition. So the entire week you can make changes to your Lunabot if you like. Okay, most of the machines we use operate on 220 volt, 50 hertz. Last year we faced a problem, as in the United States, 110 volts and 60 hertz will be used. Can an additional transformer be provided to us by NASA, or do we have to carry our own transformer? You will have to bring your own transformer. We will not be providing any power other than what is used in the United States. Okay, do we get separate channels for communicating our Lunabot? Yes. There will be 2 channels assigned, channel 1 and channel 11. And those will be the 2 channels that you will be permitted to operate on. So there's only 2, so.
And we'll let you know what that channel is ahead of time.
Yes.
So you can configure your Lunabot for that.
Yes. And we'll, of course, have the communications team here as well to help with any last-minute problems you may be having. But for the most part, they'll be inspecting and doing your communications check. So you'll need to come prepared on those that we supply you beforehand. Okay? Okay, next. Speaking of communications check and Lunabot inspection. Sorry. When the Lunabot is unpacked and ready to perform the official communications check, the team leader will give the communications and practice card to the pit crew chief. And then the team, when the team is selected for your turn, the team will be escorted to the communications check. You'll get that check out, and that if it passes that within the allotted 15 minutes, which it doesn't take that long to show your communications check, but they allow you 15 minutes if you're having any kind of issues.
Yeah, and please read the rules on that, because I think you have to do some sort of movement to show your control.
Yes. Yeah. Even if it is autonomous, you must be able to show that it is able to move. So you'll be able to do that. We've had questions on that on the FAQ. Make sure you are reading the FAQ very carefully and the rules. Okay. Then after it passes the communications check, then you'll return the card to the pit crew chief in the Luna pits, and we'll have it stationed the pit crew chief will be stationed right inside the door of the Luna pits. So you'll always come back to him or her after each checkout. Then you'll let them know that you're ready for your inspection. They'll put you back in the queue, and then when your team is drawn, they'll let you know it's time for you to go have your inspection. And the judges will be inspecting your Lunabot. And then after that is completed and successfully completed, you will be you'll return your communications and practice card to say that you are ready for your practice attempt. Okay. So, which leads us into the practice attempt.
And for the practice attempt, again, you have your card, and when you're ready to practice, you give it to the crew chief, and he'll put you in the queue to practice. And then when it's your turn, they'll let you know, and somebody will escort you over to the Luna Arena. There you will don your personal protection equipment, your mask and goggles and gloves and your Tyvek suit. And then you will go into the Luna Arena. You'll install the Lunabot. We have folks there that will help you lift the Lunabot and get it into the sandbox. At the same time, your comm folks can be installing the router in the Luna Arena. And then when you're done there, then you will be escorted over to Mission Control. Or if you have separate team members, they can go to Mission Control at the same time and get set up in there. Then your practice attempt will start. You'll be given the go by our judges, and then when you're finished, they'll tell you when the 10 minutes is up so that you can finish. And then you go back into the Luna Arena, get your Lunabot. Again, our folks will help you get it out, and you get your router. And then when you leave the Luna Arena tent, then you have to clean off your Lunabot, and you have to keep your personal protection equipment on while you're cleaning your Lunabot, because you'll still be exposed to the BP1. So when you're done cleaning it off, then you can take off your PPE. And again, as we mentioned earlier, only one practice attempt this time, because we have so many teams and we want to make sure everyone has a chance to practice.
Okay. And then for the competition days, each team, after their competition attempt, will be interviewed by NASA Edge. So be ready for that. You'll go straight from the competition attempt right over to the NASA Edge tent, and there is where you will wait to receive your Luna Points score. So they will talk with you, and they're very friendly. You'll love them. If you've never met the NASA Edge team, they're a great group, and you'll enjoy it. If you've never seen a NASA Edge video and watched it, please go on our website. There is a link to the NASA Edge video on our website and on our YouTube channel. So make sure you watch it from last year. If you haven't been to one of our competitions in the last 2 years, make sure you watch that, because that is a very good example of what goes on during the competition. So you'll get an idea of how things work and what it's like here. So make sure you watch those the video from last year. Okay, and as we said before, the guided tours will be coming through the Luna pits during the competition and practice days. So make sure that your Luna pit is always in a neat order. We know that you'll be working in there, but still keep it neat and nice during the competition, please.
Okay, and for your official competition attempt, it's very similar to the practice attempt. When your team is called, you will be escorted over to the inspection area. They will inspect, weigh, and measure the Lunabot, and you will also take a team photo with your Lunabot, and then you'll be escorted over to the Lunarina. At that point, you'll be given your personal protection equipment. You've done that. Then you, and at this point, you cannot really make any modifications to your robot at this point. You've already been inspected, so you shouldn't be doing anything. You'll just be waiting, and we'll have folks there with you waiting. And then you go into the Lunarina. We'll have our folks help you get the Lunabot into the sandbox, install your router, escort you to mission control. They'll let you know when to start and then when to stop. And then when you're done, you go back into the Lunarina and get the Lunabot. And then when you leave, you clean the Lunabot again. And then you go over to the NASA Edge tent, as Susan said, and find out your score and see how well you did.
Okay. During the practice days, also, do we get the channel information? Yes, you will have the channel information probably a week to 2 weeks before the competition, so you can have that ready. Take another question here. Do we have to give a PowerPoint presentation for on-spot team presentation? We were wondering if we could use some videos for assistance in our presentation. You have to use the PowerPoint presentation that you sent in the PDF version that you sent it in. That will be preloaded on the computers here, on the laptop here, for you to use. You may bring your own laptop and show the judges a video if you would like to, but that does have to go into your 20-minute presentation time slot. So if you're going to bring your own laptop to show the judges a video of any kind, just keep in mind that that does cut into your 20-minute opportunity to present. So this is going to show your ability to present and demonstrate your Lunabot in front of the judges in a creative way. You'll have to be your own animation to the judges, since you can't use animation in the presentation. Okay, I did receive your question, Vignesh Raja, about there is a mistake on the invitation for your international team, so I will correct that and get that to you. Okay, this is from the Romanian team. As far as we know, we can't transport LiPo batteries by plane. Is it possible to deliver some batteries from a local supplier to the transportation officer before we arrive? Yeah. I think that's an excellent idea. Yeah. I think a team had trouble with this last year, not being able to bring the battery on board. So yes, ship that. Make sure you use the exact address that we have the ship to on the ship to address, and it's marked for Lunabotics, so they will deliver that to the Luna pits for you. Mm-hmm. That's a very good idea.
Make sure you find out how long that will take.
Yes. allow for ship time.
Mhm.
We've had that that issue before as well, where teams did not allow for enough shipping time. So make sure you ship early enough for it to be delivered the week of the 14th, so of May 14th. Okay, you're welcome. Okay.
Okay. Next up
Next,
is the official presentation.
and we've talked about this a little bit already. Presentations will be made in the Imax Theater West. So there's a room off to the side. It's a large room to the side of the Imax Theater, and that is just adjacent to the Lunarina, the Luna Pits area. So if you were here last year, that's the room, the building that we went into when we had the lightning warnings. So it's the Imax Theater. It's just right across the sidewalk, basically, from the competition. So you'll be doing that. You'll be in the order as it was determined from the drawing party. We will do the presentations so that you won't be presenting at the same time you are competing. So we will make those adjustments. The Lunabot must be clean prior to entering this building. So you'll need to vacuum it if you've already, of course you will have already practiced in the Lunarina, and if you have not already competed, you will also, either way, you'll need to vacuum and clean it very well before you go into there. You will have 5 minutes to prepare for the presentation in the room. Once you're in the room, we'll have an escort to take you there, and you'll have 5 minutes to set up, 20 minutes to present and demonstrate with a tether. You'll be tethered. There is no Wi-Fi in that room at all. The team has then 5 minutes to answer questions, and then you'll exit the room. The judges will be, the panel will be deciding on your scores at that time. You will not get the scores at the time, though, of your presentation. We will announce the winners at the award ceremony. And we will give you feedback after the whole competition's over on all of your different categories. Then the team returns to the Lunabot to the Luna Pits area, and as we said, every attempt will be made to have your presentation on a different day from your mining competition, but it's not guaranteed. It may be you may present in the morning and then compete in the afternoon, or vice versa, but hopefully we'll be able to get you on a totally different day. Next.
Okay.
A little about the award ceremony.
The award ceremony will be very similar to what we've done in previous years. We'll have buses that take you from the visitor complex to the award ceremony, which is at the Saturn V facility, which is really cool. If you haven't ever been there, you will just absolutely love it. It's a wonderful experience. For dress at the award ceremony, you can dress casually. You don't have to wear a suit and tie or tux or anything like that. But you could wear your team shirts if you want. You could wear pants, sneakers. That's fine. Or you can dress up a little nicer. That's fine too. The dinner will be buffet style, and we will have dessert this year. We didn't have dessert the past 2 years, and got several complaints about that, of all things. So we are having dessert. I think it's chocolate cake, so it should be good. All teams will be recognized. We'll announce every team, and we'll be taking pictures of all the winning teams. And then the buses will return you back to the visitor complex, and then from there we'll have our other buses take you to the hotels.
Okay, we just had a question about that.
Okay.
What happens if we need driving assistance? Our students do not drive. So in that case, you will need to utilize the bus service. That will be the only transportation to and from that NASA provides for you. So they will need to be on those buses that are going from Cocoa Beach area hotels to the competition and back. And those those will only be provided in the morning and in the evening. So any other time that you need to go anywhere else, you'll have to provide your own transportation, whether it be a taxi or a shuttle or some other paid form of transportation.
And just to clarify, because now we have 3 sets of buses. The buses that take you to the Saturn V facility, everyone is riding the bus. If you have a car, you cannot drive there because it's a secure facility, and so you have to be on the NASA bus to get to Saturn V.
Yes. And you must go through the magnetometers to access that bus. So that means they will scan for any metal on you at all, and you will not be able to bring anything like that on board the bus to come onto that.
And I don't know if we mentioned before, but prior to the award ceremony, the competition will end about 4. The buses will leave about 6 to go to the award ceremony, so you have 2 hours to pack up and clean your Luna pits to get them ready to ship out.
Yes, and that time you will be required to pack up your Lunabot, crate it up if it's going to be shipped back, and it will need to be completely crated at that point, unless you're having a crating company come to do that for you. In all cases, you will have to make those arrangements prior to the competition. Don't wait till during the competition to make those arrangements. Okay, so we'll open it up for questions now. If you have any questions, please email me at susan.g.sawyer, SAWYER, @nasa.gov. Let's see if we have any other questions. Okay, we have, okay, I think this one's an individualized question, so let's see. Okay, this is about the video that is required on Monday. If you are behind schedule on that video, you will need to show how the Lunabot will work. Even it may not be ready to completely do it on its own, but you need to show on the video how it works. And so if you have to manually kind of show how it's going to work, these are only for the judges to look at ahead of the competition so that they can ensure that your robot is safe and that you've met the basic requirements. So it does not have to be under power. It does not have to work automatically, or if you're waiting on parts, we understand that. So we're still a little, you still have a little time. So if parts are coming in, or if you're a little behind schedule, that's okay. You do your video of what your robot will, what you anticipate it doing once it's finalized. Okay, and let me remind you, this is different for this year. Make sure that you provide a video on YouTube. We will not be accepting large files of video this year. It's just too cumbersome to accept. So, and we had a lot of problems with this last year. So we are letting you put your video on YouTube. You can make it private if you want to. It does not have to be a public video. And it will not be published as such either. We won't publish these videos. These are strictly for the judges to look at to make sure that your robot, Lunabot, is in a safe working order and that it complies with the requirements of the competition. Okay. Okay, if your faculty changes, we have this question about the faculty change. If you have a faculty change at your university, that happens, and you can have a different faculty come, but they will need to register and provide us with the required information on the online form for faculty. Okay. Wow, we are in Lunabotics Mining Competition 2012. Greetings from Columbia. Susan and Gloria, thank you very much from Columbia.
Yes.
We are very excited.
Oh, yeah.
And we hope you all are too.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to be serious on these things, but
Right.
just know that we are just very excited about the upcoming competition.
Yeah, we can't wait to meet everybody when you get here.
Yes. Okay. Question from Columbia. Are there Wi-Fi spots with internet access? And you say about Wi-Fi spots, but are they internet access? Okay. So we've got a couple of different things going on here. We have the Wi-Fi access for the teams during the competition, and that is set up for the actual competition attempts, and they'll be on channels 1 and 11. However, they're separately from that, on a different channel, we will have Wi-Fi access for teams. Actually, Caterpillar is planning on providing those Wi-Fi hotspots in the Caterpillar tent. So we really appreciate them doing this, and they're also planning to have some iPads here for you to use, and also the University of Alabama has planned to do some intranet things so that the teams can communicate within themselves. So things like that will be provided so that you can have Wi-Fi and be able to communicate offline or online. Secondly, or thirdly, I should say, the third thing is that we will have the Twitter account set up where you all can tweet back and forth amongst yourselves and with us. We will have a full-time tweeter at the event and Facebooker. So they'll be able to keep everyone abreast of all the changes that taken place during real time during the competition. And NASA Edge will be streaming live. So make sure you get that address from our website where it's listed there to how to watch live. Your family can connect back at home and watch you live during the entire event. So they'll be streaming live and from NASA Edge. Okay, let's see if we have any other questions. Okay. From Florida International University, considering the security at KSC, what is the procedure for bringing tools with us to the Luna pits? Do we just need to make sure to bring them in with our Lunabot? Okay. Yes, you will need to bring them in with the Lunabot. You can take them with you, though, at night. That's fine. You'll be coming in through a side entrance. You are allowed to bring tools with you. The only tools that you will not be able to use are like welders, grinders, anything that would produce any sort of shrapnel or any kind of dangerous environment for anyone around you. So you won't be able to use those kinds of tools, but any kind of hand tools or things like that you can work with your robot on are perfectly fine to bring to the Luna Pits area. Okay. We had one team member planning to attend the competition who cannot attend, and this is from John Brown. Would you like us to resubmit a new team roster, or have you already made all the arrangements? Okay, we started early with this year because we had a lot of last minute things last year. So your team rosters are pretty well set. If you want to let me know someone who can't make it, that's fine, but they're still on the team, and they will still get a certificate for participation, and they will be on your team certificates, things like that. If you are an award winner, they'll be on the plaque, on the trophy, things like that. So even though a team member may not be able to come, make sure that they, we still need their names and information to put on all the certificates and things like that. So it's fine if someone, unintentionally can't come. That's not a problem. Okay, let's see if there's any others. Okay, and that was just a thank you. I appreciate that. And by the way, it is too late to add team members. If your faculty has to switch or something like that, and you only have one faculty, that's acceptable. But the team members are set now. We cannot continue to accept new team members at this point. We'll be getting things printed with all the information, and so it'll be too late for that. Okay. Are there any other questions? My email address is susan.g.sawyer, and I know that you know most of those. That's at nasa.gov because you email me a lot, so we know that is that you have my email address. So you can continue to send me questions, and I will answer them as I have time. We are very busy, and if I don't get to your question right away, just ping me again. I don't mind, and make sure that I see your question. So, and I will get to them as quickly as I can. We'll wait a few more minutes to see if there are any other questions, and if we didn't answer your question, to help you understand what's going on, just let us know, and we can answer them again. Are there any other questions? I don't want to hold you up. I know your time is valuable too, so if there are no more questions, we'll close out the webcast a little early. Let you get back to class, get back to building your Lunabot and testing. We appreciate all of all of you and your efforts. We know that this is a huge undertaking for this competition. This is a very difficult competition to compete in, and we appreciate that you are willing to take that on, and we're very happy to offer it.
Thank you, Susan, and thank you, everyone. We look forward to seeing you next month.
Yes. So, okay, well, we'll sign off. I don't see any other questions, so we'll sign off, and you all have a wonderful day.
Thank you.